bakarua Nambula au ndonunya Meu bakale suya tale Nomura rawa linguna Nau tomo na yelo Tatau na kameau Meu carona eu tongu Meno bunga na marau
They're concrete, they're painted concrete.
Nambula awan
Pirates on the Caribbean.
Dravuni Island is tiny and weighs in at 0.8 square kilometres and has a population of about 125. It's a beautiful island and makes a nice break from cruise ship life, so follow along with us as we partake in available activities. The team of 5 of us headed down the beach to find a spot for snorkeling. Peter W, Peter K and Alex C were the experts in this area, while Sandy and I made up the camera crew.
Kani sama letiau Kematani se karawa Kerea mo bosotiau
The tourist fish on today, yeah.
You come to the beach to get on your cell phone, Mr. Chong.
You learn a lot about yourself when someone films you. You know, I can become so focused on something that I'm totally oblivious to what anyone else is saying.
We must be pretty close to it. It's turned round down there.
Yeah.
It's not very big. Hey.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to give a fact of how long it is? Here's our technical advisor.
Yes, the island is approximately the island is approximately 2.5 kilometres long by about 200 metres wide, approximately.
There we go. How many degrees do you think the water is?
It's not. Well, it's winter time.
18.
Oh yes it is.
I reckon my guess is 18.
18?
Bring a thermometer.
Oh yes, I'm sure you did. What you just dipped that fancy phone in there, Mr.
That's
Chong.
right. Out of the water.
Yeah.
I would say feels like about, actually it feels like about 19 degrees, I would say.
After all the facts and figures were brought to light, it was time to get into the serious stuff and get Alec to do some underwater filming. Unfortunately, this spot wasn't a particularly good place for any underwater activity. Peter K also tried out his new full face mask but couldn't get a seal to his face. But we could see he was having a whale of a time. So after a bit more trial and error, the team decided to move on.
No, what happened? Did he go to the bush to change?
The next part of the mission was to climb to the island's highest point, an altitude of about 40 metres. Not easy for an elderly person like myself at almost 70 years old. If you enjoy nature walks and beautiful surroundings, then this is the place for you. In the olden days, that's my olden days, there was an author called Enid Blyton who wrote a series called The Famous Five. One of the stories was about a girl and some boys going to a treasure island. In the 1980s, a TV series was made of these stories, and in 2018 we made our own version of Treasure Island at Dravuni Island.
Another 550 million steps to go.
I can tell you how many steps.
Oh, right, how many?
5,040.
Oh, I'm not going to make it.
Up and back so far.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah. It's going to be a hot day. This reminds me of the time when I was climbing the Great Wall of China.
Actually, almost 40 years ago I did climb the Great Wall of China with my dad. He's in the brown on the left.
Yep, yep. Last time I was here.
The effort to get to the top was well rewarded, even for those of us that had been here up to 5 times. With the ocean, a ship, wind and high places, we suddenly imagined we were on a movie set.
Say wow!
Wow. just say wow.
Say wow, what was your name?
After our photo shoot, the boys decided to head off over to the next peak. Then we descended the hill to check out the snorkeling on the other side of the island.
Have an excuse to stop.
Hello!
Hi, how are you?
Hello!
What is it, the planting thing? Oh, those things.
Yeah, what do they call? They call this.
How many banana plants are there?
No, this is they call it. What do they call it?
Yams or something? Or?
No.
No, it's yeah. I shouldn't know.
Not cassava, is it?
Yeah, something like that. It's a name like that.
There's a crop.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we're walking through somebody's farm.
This is pretty cool.
A few minutes later, we were on the other side of the island.
And action. Yeah, this is all I can afford these days, unfortunately, after paying for the cruises.
It was now time to get stuck into some serious snorkeling. While the two Peters and Art took to the water easily, it turned out that Sandy and I were passive snorkelers, relying on our underwater cameras for the experience.
Use my underwater camera.
Go on then.
Okay.
Here's Peter. He's first in for a snorkel. This is Stephen showing us how Aucklanders use their GoPros when they go snorkeling.
It was Peter W. who got the best pictures of the day for us, and it seemed so peaceful and quiet down there. Dravuni Island is volcanic in origin and is part of the Great Astrolabe Reef, which is one of the largest barrier reefs in the world. The water temperature varies from 25 to 32 degrees Celsius, making it ideal for snorkeling and scuba diving. The average visibility underwater is 25 metres, with visibility increasing up to 40 metres on clear, windless days. Our next mission was to get from our current position back to the village and cruise ship.
what we should do is follow and see where all the footsteps come out of.
But this here's probably other people.
Okay, I've just got to wait for this to lock.
There'll be a few more tricks
Okay.
to pull other people.
We're lost.
We're lost.
We're lost on Dravuni Island.
Again.
Yeah, what's that television series where you're lost on an island?
Gilligan's
Survivor.
Yeah.
Survivor.
Yeah, Survivor.
Oh,
The trouble is,
But luckily, we
There
have
we are.
technology.
we have technology. Just a minute while I see how many satellites we can see because of the trees.
Oh.
So this is a satellite.
Ah.
Yeah. So.
Don't leave home without it.
Okay, so here we are here, and here's the ship. And here's where we did the first scuba.
Where do we do the first scuba?
We did the first scuba,
Yeah.
first snorkel there,
yeah.
Oh.
and we are currently there.
So
and
we
the
need to go a bit further up.
Yeah, we need to go further up. Yeah,
Okay.
we have
We
the
have the
technology.
technology.
We have the technology. Trust me. Another one.
Yeah, take it home.
Yeah. I thought about repairing it, but
Oh, what's wrong with it?
Yeah,
yeah, I think a bit of silicon would probably
Silicon.
fix it.
Yeah. What do you call it? So room temperature vulcanizing.
Yeah, that's right. RTV, silicon RTV. Yeah, that's right. I should have bought a supply of it.
Babakarua Nambula au ndonuya Mewakale suya tale Nomura rawa limuna Nautomu na gelomu.
It's probably coral.
Yeah, it is coral. Looks like coral.
Yeah. Some creature made that. That's really heavy, eh? It's maybe dragging that around.
Huh. How many kgs do you reckon? I reckon 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2.
2?
Yeah.
Well, we better take it away and weigh it. How heavy do you reckon it is, boys?
I thought it might be 9.
Yeah, I reckon 3.
Despite having the latest navigation technology, we still wondered if the footprints that we saw were someone leaving or entering or simply going into the forest for a pee.
There's some coming out,
Are they coming back?
or whether they've gone up. Well,
We're still lost.
this is as good as any other of the tracks, isn't it?
Yep.
When we saw Peter Kay disappear off into the distance and not come back, we thought this must be the way back.
Right. We'll give this path a crack. We're just doing intrepid Dravuni.
Yeah.
As opposed to sit on a beach towel Dravuni. Stephen's going first.
Yeah, first.
Send the Asian down first.
Give
I
us
thought
a
I'd go to look up, look out again, just to...
Let us know in the pot.
You going?
Yeah, up to you. It is steep.
Our final stop for the day was the village, which receives about 25 cruise ships a year. Here, it was time to take a brief refreshment break, visit the local school which was having an open day for us, before returning to the ship.
What have you cooked?
Breadfruit,
Oh yes, breadfruit.
cassava,
Cassava. Yeah, yep.
and chicken,
Chicken. Huh.
yeah, and palusani. We call it talo, boy. You know the palusani? Taro leaves,
Yep.
and we put coconut milk inside,
Oh nice.
covered in foil.
The primary school was funded by the Australians and opened on the 6th of June 2003 by the Australian High Commissioner Susan Boyd. Previously, children of the 30 families on Dravuni Island had to attend boarding school at the larger island, Ono.
That's really clever, isn't it?
There's your spoon.
Oh, yours is different. Yours is pink.
Yeah, it's a baby one.
Oh,
That's a baby one. Like jelly.
I'll have plenty in here.
Have another one.
yeah. This is the spoon. I've always been spoon-fed all my life. That's why I got where I am. Oh, look at that. Mmm, yummy. Yummy.
Alan didn't find you.
No.
No.
Where is he?
He went off looking for you as well.
Is he on shore?
Yeah, we went way down there looking for you.
You can do a cheers with yourself.
And then he came back this way, but we didn't think he'd be this way.
Cheers.
And action.
What a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Tastes like egg. Tastes like egg.
That evening, back on the ship, there was more wining and dining and dancing. And Peter W. and Sandy met the captain and were invited to his dinner party.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
What a great time we had at Dravuni Island. Memories forever. Being such a small island, it was easy to get around and find something fun to do.
Que matangi setarawa que reamo bosotiao que le suma macarua